Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I want to show you the tips and the tricks that you need to follow in order to become a nurse in Nigeria. This video is actually an answer that I want to give to numerous parents, guardians and individuals that have shown interest that they want to study nursing in Nigeria but they don't know how to go about it. So if you're one of such persons, please keep watching. So the first trick that I want to share with us on how to become a nurse is, first of all, you need to do your research. And in this research, what you are supposed to do in the research is to check school of nursing that are close to you. Is there any nursing school close to you? Who is a nurse that is close to you? Have you ever seen anybody that is a nurse? What actually do nurses do? You know, this general research that people normally do each time that they want to go into a new field, a new profession, a new business or whatever. So the first thing you need to do is to do your own personal research so that you will be able to understand where and what you are going into. Then the second point is enrolling to study nursing, and you can enroll to study nursing in two ways. You can enroll to study nursing in school of nursing. You can as well enroll to study nursing in the university. So I'm going to take this to one after the other. So let's go with school of nursing. School of nursing is a school or an institution whereby individuals are being trained to become nurses. They are being trained theoretically, practically, clinical posting, community posting, examination and re-examination. How can one get into nursing school? Because I know you may have this question in your mind. Before you start getting into nursing school, the first thing is that SLCA result or your NICO result, that your physics, chemistry, English, biology and mathematics, that you scored credit in all of them. That is one of the first requirements. You must score credit in these 5 subjects. So if you have that requirement, then you now proceed to procure each of the schools. Different states have school of nursing in Nigeria and their requirement differs from the other. So you need to go to the school, procure their enrollment form, their admission form, then follow the school procedures, and then after that you will be required to sit for some exam. After the written interview, then if you pass it, then they will now qualify you to take their oral interview. It's only those that pass the oral interview that are being admitted to study in the school of nursing. How will one prepare for this exam to make sure that he or she passes? The major thing is just make sure you study your English, mathematics, physics, chemistry and biology. Most of the questions that they ask you both in the oral and in the written interview comes from this. Then so when you do that, now the school will now admit you, and when they admit you into the school, you will study for a period of 3 years. Then after your studies, what you do in the studies is thorough classroom teaching, theory teaching, practicals. You'll be posted to communities, you'll be posted to the hospital to practice with real human beings and real diseases, to practice what you've learned in the classroom. So after the 3 years, towards the end of the 3 years, you will now be prepared to write an examination known as National Military Council examination. We also call it qualifying exam. This exam is an exam that once you pass it, you'll be qualified to become a registered nurse in Nigeria. And once you pass it, then National Military Council will issue you with your license. So it's the license that makes you a registered nurse. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that in school of nursing, when you graduate, when you reach towards the end, you graduate with one certificate. Then after that, you can now go over to do other post-basic nursing. We have different post-basic nursing, but I'm coming to that. So that is for school of nursing. Then for the university, for you to be enrolled in the university, you need to pass through JAM. If you're in Nigeria watching this, you understand what I mean by JAM. JAM is a joint examination written by students after their secondary school, and JAM stands for Joint Admission and Matriculation Board. So every student in Nigeria, before you be admitted into any high institution, you need to write that exam. So if you write it, depending on the school that you're applying to and their cutoff mark, then if you reach the school cutoff mark according to JAM, you will now come and write that post 2ME. Then if you pass that one too, then the school will award you the course to study in their school. So, and this going through the university through JAMB in a direct way makes you to study nursing for 5 years. So you study nursing for 5 years if you go through the direct way. So after the 5 years, you'll be issued with 4 certificates, unlike nursing school. So in that 4 certificate is registered nurse certificate, registered midwifery, public health nurse, and Bachelor of Nursing Science. So it depends on any of these exams that you wrote. If you pass them, you'll be awarded 4 certificates. Do you understand? So the same thing in the university, you are being taken through thorough practical, physical, classroom work, theoretical work, clinical, and postings. So these are the things that you do for the 5 years. So when you graduate, you now take this exam. And just to know also that this Nursing and Midwifery Council exam that School of Nursing writes is the same thing that those in university write. In fact, all the school that studies nursing in Nigeria, they write the same Nursing and Midwifery Council, the same question. So all the schools answer the same question. So if you pass it, whether you schooled in the School of Nursing or whether you schooled in the university, you will be awarded with a certificate and your license. Then another way of going to nursing through university is a method called through direct entry. Direct entry is a form that is available to those that have gone to nursing school and they want to upgrade their certificate. So they have to take JAMB exam known as direct entry. So if you meet any school that you apply to, if you meet a cutoff mark, then they will award you the admission to start to study. And if you are starting from direct entry, then you need to join on their second year. You need to join with second year students. Then you study for another 4 years. Then the third thing also that you need to note is that what makes you a nurse in Nigeria is your ability to pass these exams that have been saying before, your ability to pass your Nursing and Midwifery Council exam. If you are able to pass that exam, then you are a registered nurse. That is to say that you can go to the university, and if you keep failing the exams, you cannot be called a registered nurse even though you have a Bachelor of Nursing Science. Do you understand? So these are the tips on how to go and how to become a nurse in Nigeria. The final one is after your basic BNSC or through School of Nursing, you are also required to upgrade your certificate by getting another qualification or by specializing in an area. You can specialize as an orthopedic nurse, as an ophthalmic nurse for the eyes, as an ENT nurse. You can specialize as a midwife. You can specialize as a cardiologist. You can specialize that, just like the whole organs in our body is. That is how the specialties are in medical science, and the same thing in nursing science. So when you finish your nursing school, for you to get a better and a well-paying job, you are encouraged to do any post-basic that you like or any post-basic that you have passion for. So these are the tips on how to become a nurse in Nigeria. And if you are watching up to this and you're getting value from this video, please click that notification button down there and give me a thumb up so that you're not going to miss any video. Having said that, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you find this video interesting. If you do, please, I need a thumb up, I need a comment, and also subscribe totally free of charge so that you'll be getting my videos each time that I upload them. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye.